Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Raw Dog Monday, where we recap Monday Night Raw here on the We Book It podcast. I am joined by my two awesome co-hosts. We got Virgil being the producer, running the controls here tonight. And then we also got the one, the only, the Booker of the Year, who's in his Seth Rollins persona tonight. Fellas, how are we feeling?
I want Fritos to stop doing the Seth Rollins impersonation.
Not gonna happen. It's gonna continue on.
Oh God! All right, whatever. You know, I would just like to say to you. Oh, wait a minute. Here, see. I would just like to say to you guys that watch back last night's episode. I can't tell you guys in the 40 plus episodes that we've done that I do like this. Because somebody said or did something, I'm just like, oh God.
You're welcome.
Oh man.
Well, hopefully we get C on here. He's
Eventually, once he gets his phone figured out, right?
yeah.
I can hear him.
Yeah, he's probably letting that
Sounds
cat out.
Some.
Or if not, getting the super soaker ready.
Yep.
And by the way, we are a pet-friendly podcast too. Just saying,
Yes.
even though some individuals may say some things, we are pet-friendly here.
I love my dog.
I can hear you fuckers, man. I just gotta run downstairs get my beer. I ordered beer on DoorDash. I'll be back.
Who orders beer? See,
I do.
Take him off the stage. Take him off the stage.
Time out.
Oh,
That's actually
gosh.
genius. I love that.
That's
I love that.
that's great. Well,
All right.
Big C will be with us shortly. Jump right into this Monday Night Raw recap. This was a taped show from Saudi Arabia once again. And, you know, I'll just start in general. I'll say, not too bad. Good show. And we'll go over that now. We kick off tonight's show with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, as well as Dirty Dom coming to the ring. Liv boasting about her championship that she won. And then here come Bianca and Jade Cargill talking about how they are ready for a throwdown with them. And it just escalated quickly to what will be the slap heard around the world with Bianca Belair smacking Liv Morgan with a potential heel turn. We'll see there. Guys, what did you think of that?
I loved it. I mean, I liked the ring gear that both Bianca and Jade had with the Deadpool gear. Thought it was fantastic. But more importantly, WWE is teasing a big match for us.
I'm just reserved to the fact now, fellas, that we just never are gonna have sponsors on the show. We'll never be able to get sponsors.
Hey,
It's just-
Bush
hey, 'cause
Light
What are you
could be
talking
our
about?
sponsor.
Bush.
What are you
Bush
talking
is our
about?
Bush
sponsor.
Light could be our sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
I really regret inviting my wife down here to my studio because she's literally just down here. Look at this. Look at this. She bought this obnoxious thing of water down here for no reason other than she needed to keep filling her cup up.
Blame her
That's
one
one
bit.
of them. Hey, that's one of them 1960s lemonade stand joints, bro.
Bro, it's got Mr. Kool-Aid on there. Oh yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, Virgil, you're talking about sponsors. We just named two sponsors right there, Bush Light and Kool-Aid.
Oh, and I popped this in. So 3. There you go.
Three sponsors right there. That's all we need.
Back to
What?
what I was saying quickly. WWE is teasing the biggest match that we can all agree that we want. Bianca versus Jade. Since Liv called out saying the only reason you two are together right now is championship. Once they're gone, they're going to go at each other. So I'm all for it.
Big C, your thoughts on the opening segment?
I thought it was cool, man. Just kind of gives them something else to like get into, because they're pretty much running stuff over on SmackDown. So, with them being the tag champs, they get to be on both shows pretty much. So I like to see them integrated on both shows more often, especially now with the women's world champion. So I thought it was a good interesting development there. I don't know if they'll put the tag titles on Raquel and Liv, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. We are gearing up for WrestleMania season, so we might as well start getting the seeds planted right now to get Bianca versus Jade at WrestleMania. So that's my thoughts on it.
Virgil, any last thoughts?
Yeah, that's the big money match right there. Jade and Bianca is the big money match. If Rhea's gonna be out, we don't know for an extended amount of time. Then I think that this is the best route to go as far as your next big money match. And you can even, I know people are gonna hate it, but you can even have both Bianca and Jade go into the match as baby faces, and challenge Morgan, or you can have, let's say, Bianca win or Jade win the Royal Rumble, choose X at WrestleMania, and then have Bianca win the Elimination Chamber and end up going up against Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. I think either way, like I said, you'll probably see both those women holding gold, or you'll see them going up against each other here shortly.
I agree. Well, because of Liv Morgan's promo, that brought out General Manager Adam Pearce, who nicely from an RKO, and he determined that there will be a battle royal to determine the number one contender for Liv Morgan's championship. And pretty standard stuff with we get some other storylines that are still going on that happen inside the ring. But all in all, it comes down to 4 between Jade and Bianca, Io Sky, and Lyria. As Bianca is going for an elimination, Raquel Rodriguez interferes, pulls Bianca's hair. Jade tries to make the save. Liv comes in, knocks both Bianca and Jade over the top, which leads to Liv and Raquel running away from Jade and Bianca. And before I get to the finish of this match, why bring in if they're just going to run away? Like, she's supposed to be the enforcer. She literally just ran away, and she's bigger than Bianca and Jade. Makes no sense to me. But
taller, but not bigger necessarily.
Yeah,
she's taller, but
the whole reason she's in this group now is to be an enforcer, and this was her job, and she ran away.
True that.
Anyways, it comes down to Io Sky and Lyra Valkyria. They have a nice little back and forth on the apron, and eventually Io Sky hits a German suplex, throwing Valkyria apron. Io Sky is your number one contender. Guys, your thoughts on the match?
I thought the match itself was really good. I was hoping for a little bit more shine from Maxine Dupree. He's progressed a lot in the ring. I was hoping maybe Selena be in the final 4. She's progressed a lot, and I can see her eventually taking the title off, especially right now with Rhea being hurt. But I'm happy for Io Sky. Hopefully no more damage control stuff, and we finally get that singles run that she needs. And I think if she does take the title off of Liv, it'd be great.
She don't need no more.
Now you know.
She don't need no more titles.
Now Now you know Fritos. I don't even know why you trying to play. You know good and doggone well she not finna take that title off no Liv Morgan.
I know.
She had enough.
She is simply a placeholder.
She all right. No.
Simply a placeholder. She gonna give her a good match. She gonna do all her little flippy stuff, but she is not gonna take that championship off of little no Liv Morgan. You got probably 3, maybe possibly 4 people that's gonna live. I would say Jade or Bianca, Raquel, or Tiffany. Those are the 4. Because I don't know if you guys this already or not or noticed this yet, but like Raquel's a snake, bro. She definitely finna snake her and take that and try to take her title from her. Like that's inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's
She's
definitely
like
gonna
every
snake her
tag
out.
team partner she's had.
Back from NXT days, bro. Like it's a wrap for her.
Yep.
Liv can't even see it coming. She finna take everything from her.
She already got snaked before, so it can happen again.
Indeed.
Rhea snaked her.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep. 1000% agree.
Big C, any last Royal?
No, you already know I ain't trying to see EO win another championship. I'm like I thought Valkyria was gonna win. Be honest with you, I thought they was gonna give her another opportunity. But I don't know, they just need somebody to throw at Liv until she gets a big opponent for the for Survivor Series, or if she's gonna even have a title match at Survivor Series, who knows? But yeah, so long as EO doesn't win another title at all, I'm good with that. So she had her moment in the sun too many times.
I would book a women's war gaming match because they got to have one, and I would integrate Raw and SmackDown superstars into the match. Like you do like Bianca and Jade and Naomi, and throw in old girl from Damage Control. Blanking. Sorry, it's late. EO Scott. No, gosh, no. Well, yeah. You can't throw Bailey in there.
Injured still.
She's still hurt.
Yeah,
that's what I read for Asuka, honestly.
Right. Or I don't understand. You have a smaller opponent like Liv. Like why isn't Zelina Vega involved with her? Like I think she would give her the best match. Zelina Vega is great on promos. Zelina Vega is a great wrestler. She has a lot of charisma. The fans be behind her. Her hair is always tight. She has hella personality. She's funny, and she be treating Liv Morgan. Like I said, I just don't understand why Zelina Vega don't get more of a shot. Like I would rather see her get 2 or 3 chances than have another world championship opportunity. Like we just had to watch the most boring Damage Control blow up ever. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm talking too much. I'm not used to being on this side, being able to talk more.
Well, after the Battle Royal, we get a backstage segment with the New Day getting an interview from Kathy Kelly, and there's tension still brewing there. But as on, they are interrupted by the Wyatt Six, and they show that they have indeed abducted Miz, have him tied to a chair, taped his mouth, and is a clip of the Miz from a few years back promising Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel that he would make them stars forever. Next thing you know, Bo Dallas comes in and says, "You are going to pay for your..." And they cut to that. Real quick thoughts on the Wyatt Six promo, I guess?
Long-term storytelling, man. I love it. Long-term storytelling, man. Because they did the same thing with Bray. Like he was seeking his revenge on a lot of people when he was the Fiend. He was seeking his revenge on a lot of people that have wronged him, and when he was just Bray Wyatt, and so I'm glad that they're kind of continuing on that that trend. Bo Dallas basically coming back to collect the receipts. Well, not collect, but pretty much collect some souls. Like, hey, I ain't forget what you did. I'm here. It's about to get ugly for you. So, yeah, I like it, man.
The B team were Raw Tag Team champions at one point too. Like I said, like they actually were a formidable tag team.
That was when
I believe that Miz cost them more than he helped them, and so now he has to pay for his sins.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that it was never about Final Testament. Like we thought that the Final Testament, but no, they're coming at the Miz. So
yeah.
I love it. I love everything about it. The first thing that I thought when I saw that was Heath Ledger's Joker and the Dark Soul kidnapped one of the knockoff Batman, asking why he's doing it. That was the first thought that came to my mind when I saw that. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense, long-term storytelling, but what they're going to do with the Final Testament, if they're still going to be somewhat involved, or if they're just going to be, casualty from White Sixes just attacking them. But I still love everything social media with this too. He went to some store and found a Miz action figure. Goes, well, I found him, and just left.
All right, so after the commercial break, we get the New Day taking on the War Raiders in a rematch of last week's Triple Threat, and it was a pretty solid match. And the match, Kofi Kingston setting up for Trouble in Paradise, only for Xavier Woods to tag himself in. Miscommunication happens once more. Eric and Ivar respond by laying them both out for the victory. Any thoughts on this match besides the eventual New Day breakup that is going to be coming fairly soon?
I'm ready for the War Raiders to be the new tag team. Really much in the Judgment Day being the tag team champions. They're going to add some extra flair to it, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, the New Day breakup, it's going to hit hard in the soul. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's time. It's time.
I agree 100%. My bad, C.
No, I ain't have much to say. I just said it was Pittsburgh. We can go ahead.
What?
Oh, I thought he was saying Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
No,
You're going
Pittsburgh.
The match is in Pittsburgh?
Nope, Pittsburgh.
Okay, so the match, it is what it is. If you've seen one New Day match, you've seen them all. But the drama between Kofi and Xavier Woods, and I love the fact that they brought Big E into it and mentioned Big E really slowly becoming one of my favorite commentators by the work that he does and how he's able to use stuff and to help story tell. But anyways, he was like he talked. They were talking to Big E during for Crown Jewel, and he said the thing that made New Day great was that there were no leaders in New Day. We were always on the same page. Everybody was on one accord, trying to work together for one common goal. But Xavier Woods wants to be the leader of the New Day. He wants to take the lead. And before that, Kofi Kingston was technically in the lead and making all the maneuvers for the New Day. So, like I said, it's now degenerate, these guys just really going back and forth and just not being on the same page. And I think it's going to be wonderful when they do that New Day celebration here at the end of the month and Big E comes out. And literally when Big E comes out, Xavier Woods attacks and then attacks Big E too.
All right. So after that match, we go into our next segment, which is Sami Zayn coming out to huge round of out of applause, and he comes out to explain himself on why he jumped in during Crown Jewel. But before he could say much, Jey Uso comes out and questions if Sami kick Roman Reigns on purpose. I mean, all he had to do was just watch the footage. It was, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. It was an accident. They were both going for Solo. Anyways, Jimmy Uso then joined, trying to convince Jay not to trust Sami, and some back and forth happen. All leads to Jay asking Sami, come to SmackDown Friday night and talk things out with everybody. And this is probably the next logical step to get the OG bloodline back, and a great way to get Sami back in the story. Your guys' thoughts?
Loved it. Everything about it. I mean, I'm really starting to love Bloodline Matters here. It's starting to become my favorite sitcom on WWE. But yeah, just how emotional it was, and just the fact that Sami is family with calling him Sami Uso. So it just shows how much of effect he did have on the Bloodline, and it's just great storytelling. I'm ready for this Civil War match.
Yeah, I think. I enjoyed this segment. I think I feel like we might see The Rock on SmackDown. I feel like that we're gearing towards another Rock appearance. Yeah, I mean, it depends on his schedule, but who knows? But I feel like
the movie they were promoting is not doing too hot, so he might have to show up for
you talking about the one with him and what's the name?
Yep, the Christmas one.
Red Notice, yeah. Red
they
one,
kept
yeah.
Promoting it throughout all night.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I think it's about that time because we're getting close to the end of the year. Survivor Series is coming up, and so we've all been pretty much looking forward to this, inevitable match, War Games, and so I'm hoping we get, both the return of The Rock and Paul Heyman. Who knows when that's going to happen, but I think it should be soon. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen this Friday. With all four of the guys in the ring and see, what they decide to do with that. So that's my thoughts on it.
Good segment. Again, it just leads the story, keeps the story going. Like I said, to keep us enthralled in this bloodline storyline. And right now, I feel like we're at a point with the bloodline storyline that you're either all in or you're all out. You're either fully invested or you're just really sick of them. I mean, there's no in between for most fans. I mean, there are some of us that are ready for this thing to be over. There are some of us that just can't get enough. And every single time we try to step out, they pull us back in. And they're getting us back involved, back invested again with Bloodline. So,
all right, moving into our second to last match of the night, it's Dragon Lee taking on Chad Gable, and the best match of the night with how these two performed. Late in the match, Selena Vega prevented Gable from cheating, which then ensued an attack from Ivy Nile. Rey Mysterio hit Vega. Him and Gable started going at it. Distraction allowed Lee to deliver his finishing move to score the win. And we are looking like we are going to get LWO and American Made constantly fighting now on Monday Night Raws. And if they keep putting on good matches, I'm not gonna complain about it. What are your guys' thoughts?
I thought it was a good match. Yeah, they're going to keep this feud going on for a while. I don't know what their plans are booking wise for both, because you still got the eventual Chad versus match, or finish up that storyline since they never really truly finished it. But yeah, I mean, I love Dragon Lee. He's fantastic in the ring. I love that he's starting to get a little bit more shine. So just keep matches.
Um, honestly, I wish I can care more about this storyline. I really don't. Um, yeah, I don't. But it's good to see good old Android 18 back on television. It's good to see her. Um, so glad they're utilizing her, keeping her heel run going. I did like the backstage moment. I don't know if it happened early on in the show with Priest and R-Truth, and then they kind of panned away to her, and Gable, I guess Truth called him Kurt Angle, called him what, Kurt Angle Jr. or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
He
she
said
laughed. I was like, that
Kurt
was kind
Angle
of a
got
cool moment.
smaller.
Yeah, Kurt Angle got smaller. Yeah. So that was a cool moment. So I'm like, okay, look at him using Android 18 more often. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. The matches are always going to be fire. Chad Gable lost some steam with American Made, with them being created, and then immediately going to the Wyatt Six and having to feud with them. A lot of people tried telling me that was going to hurt Chad Gable. I didn't believe it, but as I'm just not invested in this feud, and I really could give a care less about anybody else in the LWO except for Zelina Vega. I think she's the breakout star of that group and the best one in there. The rest of those guys are good wrestlers. Don't get me wrong. I retire. Like, I really do. Like, I don't think he has anything left to prove in the ring, and no good matches really left in him outside of him and Dom making up, you know. But other than that, like I said, I mean, this is just no, just no.
All right. So before the main event, we get a backstage segment with Gunther taking responsibility for losing to Cody Rhodes. He gives Cody his flower, better man, but at the same time takes shots at his partner Ludwig Kaiser for not taking care of Sheamus, and ended the promo by saying he and Ludwig must do better. We'll see what happens with that storyline. Going into the Fatal 4-Way for the number one contender, you got Dominic Mysterio, Sheamus, Damian Priest, and Seth freaking Rollins. What started out as a pretty good match turned better when Bronson Reed interfered and just started laying waste to everybody, and especially the tsunami on the announce table on Seth Rollins, meaning that their rivalry is not done. Thank God, because a bounce back after getting a pin on Saturday at Crown Jewel. Damian Priest eventually pins Dominic Mysterio to become the number one contender. Him and Gunther have a stare down at of the show as it closes. Guys, thoughts on the final match of Monday Night Raw?
To me, this is my favorite match throughout the whole night. Timeout. Oh. The other shitheads here. All right. But it was the match of the night. I love the inclusion of Bronson Reed. He is definitely going to be up there for contention for the World Heavyweight Championship at some point. And it could be a fantastic match. I love how they're still continuing that feud with him and Seth. For a moment, I really did think Dom was going to steal the win, because throughout the night, they were kind of, Seth and Gunther were shitting on him, praised everyone, and there's Dom. So I love that everyone's still taking shits on him. But yeah, I'm excited for another match between Gunther and Damian. It's going to be a fantastic match between the two.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we kind of pretty much saw this coming. I knew they were going to run it back at some point in time. And so, because did Priest ever get his rematch or no?
This is the rematch now.
This is okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I was like, they're about due for a rematch. And so, I'm glad that we're finally getting ready to see it. For last match was pretty good. Just the rivalry itself, the promos, everything. They pretty much set fire with that. So I'm excited to see what happens with this. I think Gunther. I believe Gunther will retain against Priest, and then we'll see what happens from there. It's good you mentioned the segment with him and Ludwig Kaiser, saying, "Hey, you gotta take care of Sheamus. You know, we gotta do better." So I feel like this may and eventually lead to them two splitting for real. And Kaiser finally gets to move on and do his own thing. But yeah, I think Gunther is going to retain against Priest, and so yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not excited for Damian Priest versus Gunther. We already know the outcome. I can tell you right now, Finn Balor will cost Damian Priest the world because they're not finished either. And so, like I said, as long as Finn and Damian are continuously going at it, even though Damian says he's done with the Judgment Day is not done with him, and they're going in this next match when he costs him the World Heavyweight Championship once again. This is why I'm the future Booker of the Year, because I'm able to foresee things like this and let everybody know like what's happening. So yeah, not kind of predictable. Kind of can tell you what's going to happen. So it is what it is.
I hope John Cena doesn't break the record now because of that comment.
Oh, he's going to break the record. Don't you worry about
it. Break the record.
Yeah.
it.
Triple H going to ensure that it happens.
You're a child,
He's
Fritos.
going.
I know. I am.
Well, thank goodness we are reaching our time and we're wrapping things up because that could be 10 minutes. So thank you to all of you that have joined us here on this Raw Dog Monday. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We're on Twitter, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, and everything in between. Thank you so much for listening. For Big C, Virgil, Fritos, I'm Coach, and we will see you next Monday for some more Raw Dog.